Welcome to Let's Talk About It Shine. This is your boy, the Black Kelly Several Levant Hamlin in the building, man. We back. We got our show. We're going to do a show today. We're doing a show next week in Dallas.
Yes, sir.
And then we taking about a month off and getting ready for the new season. Season 3.
This season 3 or season 4?
Let's come season 3.
This upcoming season 3?
Season 3.
Okay.
In September, man. We're going to kick that one off probably with the goals and the start of the NFL season, man.
Yeah.
So we already kind of got that one blocked out. I'm gonna be on vacation anyway, so I really don't give a shit. But
I'm out here.
man, with that being said, to my right, we got Mr. Northwestern, Mr. Wildcat, Delano's own, which is Tim Young.
Man,
Is in the building.
You already know I'm here. Happy to be here with the brothers.
Across from him, his Siamese twin,
My twin.
the janky one, Corey Seal Crockett.
You got Fields. You got Fields.
Got Fields. And then got my man right over here, Mr. Postman.
Ooh.
We got AKA Lucky
My kinfolk.
from Poetic Justice. Man, little Lucky. You know what I'm saying? At the family barbecue. My Aquarius Petty twin, Eric Uskilla. We in the building. Man, so hey, pick us up on Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube us, man. We on film for that. We getting all ready for all this other stuff. Next week is definitely going to be on YouTube and Patreon. So if you want to see the Patreon show, which I urge you to suggest, because that's going to be extremely X-rated.
That's going to be wild.
I take that back. We out there with it, you know. So, with that being said, how you guys been, man?
Man,
It's been alright, man.
it's been great. You know what I mean? We've been, locker room talk with your Tim Young.
Been taking off.
It's been going crazy, you know. Let's talk about it, Shy, man. You know, our extension, you know what I mean? We out here, man. Like, we got a buzz. We fighting. And then, you know, like I always say, everybody always asking, man, when all four of y'all gonna be back together? I can't wait to see all y'all. I'm like, man, look, we got y'all. We gonna definitely feed everybody what everybody expected, everybody want to see. We coming for y'all. We got y'all. We here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, another shout out. Casa de Plurals.
That's where we at right
In
now.
connection with the Lannon House, man, we doing some big things over here, making this a nice little hangout spot for all of our peoples, man, to come down. So if you ever want to meet some of us in person, that's where we be at, out here in Forest Park, Illinois, man. With the exceptions of Jimmy's Place, but that's besides a whole other story. We ain't going down that road. I told you I went to shits today, so.
Yeah, I see.
So, but with that being said, hey man, let's go ahead and get right off into the shit, man. We got the wrap up of the NBA season.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks, man. They won the championship last night, you know. With the Greek Freak, you know. I wanted to get you guys input on not only their season, their accomplishments, what it does for the legacy of Giannis, but your overall opinion of how it looks for the NBA. Because me personally, I really liked and missed a season like this. Like, my man Quan here, you know, he did say it was the year of the underdogs.
You did say that like a month ago.
He said it was the year of the underdogs, and I guess it's fair to say that
He was right.
the most underdog team actually, the most underdog teams from each conference actually made it to the finals.
What is it? What's Milwaukee really an underdog?
Yeah, no, I won't say Milwaukee was an underdog because they've been through the fire. They, you know, and I was talking about this like during the week. Giannis had been through the fire, kind of like those old school superstars where you lose, you get close and close, and then you finally get over that hump. Yeah, so that I just appreciate seeing that process in 2020, 2021.
And another thing, man, people got to stop talking that. Oh, everybody injured. Hey, that's a part of the fucking game.
Facts.
It happens. People get injured.
Giannis got hurt.
You know what I'm saying? It's not his
LeBron,
fault.
AD, and
a lot of people
Jamal
got
Murray
injured.
was hurt. I think it would have been different if Jamal Murray was healthy.
They had a quick turnaround, bro. They had just finished the last season, and a month or two later, they back at it. They had a lot of injuries happen, bro. It happened every year in the finals. Somebody get hurt. That's just
A part of the game.
Right.
Part of sports, period.
Talking about, oh, this don't count. No, it counts.
It definitely counts.
All right.
Giannis dropped 50.
And a closeout. And guess what he did afterwards? Let's go show you how humble the guy is. He went to Chick-fil-A in the drive-thru and ordered 50 nuggets. And the whole crowd just see him and they just going crazy. He letting the window down, letting them touch the trophy and shit. Like he just went to Chick-fil-A. He didn't go to the club. He didn't go to Vegas.
He ain't go to Papa
Do's. Chick-fil-A and ordered 50 nuggets.
He ain't go to Papa Do's or
He's like,
anything.
50 nuggets.
Yeah.
And he was letting people, it's all on YouTube. He's letting them reach in there and touch the trophy, take pictures with him. Come on, man, dude deserve that. Even though I'm not gonna lie, I was riding for Phoenix. I wanted Phoenix to win, but I'm not bad Milwaukee won because I like Phoenix.
This ball, get your bum ass out of here.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for him to say that.
You did what
I was waiting for him to say that.
I ain't trying to hear that.
You did what I thought
You did what I knew you was
I
gonna
knew
do.
it was coming.
I was waiting for him.
That's why I've been sitting on Facebook. I ain't saying nothing on social media. I was waiting for y'all.
Game 2.
Look,
At the game 2, until attacked in the court. Say, I ain't got nothing to say. These last 4 days,
Nah.
until we're going in.
I'm letting Chris Paul build y'all confidence, but I knew what was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen.
He the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I was letting y'all build us, but I was sitting back waiting like, yeah, go ahead, show me yourself.
And then when it was over, it was what?
Yeah, I know it was over.
I said when it was over, then what? It was what? I need to hear it one more time.
He's so bum ass. The Greek freak. I'm gonna be in Dallas. The Greek freak. I'm gonna talk with accent down there.
Hey, let's be honest though. Middleton and Drew Holiday stepped up, so they have been inconsistent in the playoffs.
Well, that's what we talk about with the growth. Like Middleton was kind of like Scottie Pippen in the first
I
championship with the
believe
Bulls.
him. Y'all believe in them guys.
He wasn't doing nothing against Detroit. He enjoyed by himself. And then in '91 he came through. Middleton did the same thing with Giannis. He wasn't doing nothing over the years. Last year left Giannis by himself. Year before that didn't show up. Giannis by himself. And this year he showed up and they won it. And they got over the hump.
Absolutely. You know what? I like this for the NBA for a multitude of reasons. Number one, did y'all hear his post? Did y'all hear Giannis's post game? He kind of really put everybody else on. He really called everybody. He's like, I don't have to go to a super team. This is the way you do it.
Yes,
He said, he was like, I love it here. They love me. He said, this is how you do it. You know what I'm saying? And when you got people behind you and people actually love to play with Giannis because of his skill set and so much other stuff, like he has that old, they said it best. He has that old soul, old school mentality in his game because it's like he doesn't wow you with a number of moves offensively. He can legitimately play 1 through 5. He doesn't have to take the last shot.
A lot of those Europeans like that.
And you can tell he's learning. He's learning. And he learns and he stays with his wheelhouse.
Now, a lot of those Europeans like that because you think about all the European superstars that come. First of all, playing for their country is the thing. So when they come to teams, same thing with Luka. Luka ain't trying to go to LA and nothing. Luka said, I'm staying in Dallas. Giannis coming over here, Jokic come over here, they stay with their team.
That's the second point I was going to bring up. You good? That's the second part I was going to bring up. Everybody, especially superstars, have this mentality they have to go to a big city or a warm climate, and the smaller markets is winning right now. Like you're tapping into the smaller market of the NBA, which, if you think about it with the NFL, the smaller markets is what helps make the NFL. The smaller markets is what's going to help build up the NBA. So now when you look at a realistic championship destination, it's not so much about the glamorous cities and towns like Miami's and the LA's and the Dallas, Houston's and New York's. I will say Chicago, but it's too damn cold. Motherfuckers ain't coming here dealing with negative 20 degree weather. It is what it is.
I mean, the 3 biggest markets.
Yeah.
Look, LA and Chicago.
Yeah, but you could include Chicago in there, but realistically, I mean, we got some work to do, but you kind of get one.
We are ways from a championship from a contender.
I don't think so.
Zach LaVine and Nocic, Vucevic, and Ayton.
You don't think if we get Damian Lillard, it changes things?
No.
Damian Lillard.
We're still not better than
Damian.
We're still not better than.
No, hold on. Hit me out. Damian Lillard.
Right.
Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
Vucevic.
Right.
And then if you can keep the young player, because I think everybody else is tradable, if you can keep somebody like Patrick Williams in the fold the whole time, you got some cornerstones.
They got ways to go.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Still, even if Damian Lillard came here, he's still not better than Boston. He's still not better than Brooklyn. He's still not better than Milwaukee. We're still not better than Atlanta.
Okay, but you give yourself a puncher's chance because now you bring it in. You got a high volume scoring backcourt with Levine and Lillard.
Right.
You got you a versatile guy in Patrick Williams, and you got you another big man who has Jokic type qualities.
I'm looking at the other teams and I'm looking at how they're gonna match up against us and what they're gonna do.
Okay, Ben Simmons can't shoot, so we in there against Philly.
Philly disqualified.
Okay.
But
Giannis really doesn't have a shot like
Boston.
that. Right. All right.
And Atlanta Hawks.
All right. Here's the thing.
We're not better than those four teams.
Here's the thing with Boston. I mean,
Yeah,
can we score right along with Jaylen Brown and Tatum if we had Lillard and Levine? Can we score with them point for point?
But it seems like he goes from one situation to again to the same situation.
Who's that?
He's got McCullough.
Who's that?
You know what I'm saying? Like he'll go from McCullough to Levine.
Yeah, so Levine and McCollum is pretty much the same player. They're gonna do the same thing.
Score, don't play defense.
Yeah. Levine's a little bit more explosive though. You don't think so?
They the same
Yeah,
player.
they ain't definitely more explosive,
But the productivity is the same.
Yeah,
okay.
It's not gonna like move the needle for Chicago that much. But you guaranteed to make the playoffs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I just don't think even if it came to Chicago, when the Bulls need a lot right now. Not,
Okay.
I would say they will make the playoffs with Levine and what's his name, Vucevic?
Yeah.
They will make the playoffs, but to contend, no.
They was like 19 or something.
They'll be 7.
I think
They were
that.
close this year, but they lost like they left.
I think if you pull that off before training camp and everybody kind of get to know each other, it's going to be a long season. Anything can
Talk
happen.
about these Bucks.
All right.
Psycho P came up big.
Bobby Portis. Bobby
The
Portis.
jawbreaker.
And it's funny how we had quite a few players that leave our team and come with players.
What you call him now? It was in Phoenix. What you call him? What's his name? The guard.
Vincenzo,
No, for Phoenix.
Forbes.
No.
Oh, Cameron Payne.
Cameron
yeah,
Payne.
he was out
He
there
was with the
getting
Bulls.
it.
He was
The matter of fact, the
I
Bulls
hated
said
him when he was with
the
the
Bulls said he couldn't play, but he was a vital part of their team.
Man, he was getting it popping with the Suns and shit. I
Yeah.
hate
That
that
team
team.
fit what he was doing. Come behind Chris Paul.
Yeah.
I think Chris Paul did a lot of coaching with him that helped elevate this
But
game
he
too.
went from a team like that to
I think
a team like Phoenix, was already had Devin Booker and
Yeah,
Ayton.
I was about to say that in regards to Phoenix,
Was down.
Booker and Ayton this playoff helped them.
Let me ask y'all this: if you Chris Paul,
Come
will you
back.
resign?
Come back.
Because to me, they still be.
I know what he should do, though.
What?
Lakers.
Come on, LeBron. That's
Listen.
the only way you gonna get that ring, bro. That's the
Oh,
only
my
way you
fingers.
gonna get it, because the Lakers are back next season.
Oh, my
That's
fingers.
Chris Paul's only chance. Kawhi Leonard is done. He got a torn whatever. He break a nail. He missed half the season, so you know he ain't gonna be playing, and he probably gonna leave any damn way. So the Clippers pretty much done. Who else?
You forget that Mr. Thompson is coming back to basketball.
Oh man, he done had 2 million. That's it.
Nah, I got Golden State coming out the West.
He's gonna be like BJ Armstrong, man.
So wait, we got Golden State around.
I got Golden State
Hell
coming out the
no,
West.
man. Klay Thompson
If they stay pat with the team they have now.
If they stay
ACL, then turn around and have a torn with it. Come on, bro.
But on different
Injuries
legs.
back to back.
Yeah, okay, he had a Derrick
Man, they
Rose.
played in 3 years. Come on.
He did what Derrick Rose did.
Oh wait.
And Derrick Rose hooping.
That's
But
true.
he more of a shooter, so
Like, he older. Derrick
Okay,
Rose is a
so-
little younger when that happened.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson kind of on the low end.
But
now.
Klay Thompson's game is the shooting.
It ain't really replicated on like
Yeah,
he's
like
top
Kevin Durant
defender though, bro.
What happened to Kevin Durant? Yeah, he's still defending.
He ain't gonna be able to be the defender he was, man. Not with them injuries, bro. It's gonna take him a minute to get back in the form.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm not knocking Golden State because what Steph Curry did this
By
year,
himself.
I was very impressed.
He took a
Yeah, White can go get better. You know,
Yeah.
get Draymond Green ball and some out of there.
Nah,
They might have a chance.
Where you want Draymond to go?
Hey, don't talk
To the
about
Lakers. Him and Bron.
I kill him every time. I kill him every
I'll be his
time.
favorite. He'll be my favorite player. He come on over
They
there.
better not talk about
So hold on,
Draymond Green.
and then on my last point, what I also like about Milwaukee winning it, the players don't have to always pull the strings. Like, I understand it's a players' league, but look at the finals. You had two GMs that put two really good rosters together. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, both coaches kind of blew, because I wouldn't put Ayton on one-on-one on with Giannis the whole series. He did, but I'm saying they built up that team to be in that position in the right way. So it's like it doesn't have to always be the star players pulling the strings and stuff like that. And you don't have to get.
It was dope to see two.
It was the
every year we see a Steph or LeBron. It kind of felt good to see two different. This was a good finals, man.
Booker coming out party, Aiden's coming out party.
Aiden, Booker, yeah.
Aiden finna get paid. He finna get $100 million.
And that dude from Phoenix, I like him, bro. He got potential.
Bridges.
Cam Johnson.
Johnson.
Cam Robinson.
From North Carolina.
Nice.
Nice name, Johnson.
Nice.
Johnson.
Okay, I also had Craig coming off the bench. He was real good. Like, the thing was, with Milwaukee, how they ended up winning. To me, how they won 4 straight. If you pay attention to the season, they played bully ball, played down low.
Yeah.
And they won their game where they lost close. They came out trying to get to spring out of the team.
Yeah, shooting threes. Yeah.
They made that trade.
It was an old school team. When they played old school basketball, could no team beat them. No team could beat them.
Giannis surprised me yesterday going to that line and only missing 2 free throws.
Yeah.
That free throw was key for Giannis. He stepped up.
Made 7.
He did what Ben Simmons wouldn't do.
Remember when what's Buddy name that got hurt from Milwaukee?
DiVincenzo.
Remember he got hurt. They was like, oh, that's over. They made that trade. Who they got? PJ Tucker. Then brought in Holiday.
Yeah.
That's what.
No, Holiday actually got healthy. He had got healthy because he was hurt too.
Holiday was an upgrade from Bledsoe.
They traded for him.
But yeah.
In
Bledsoe, right?
Yeah, Bledsoe. Yeah.
Them trades is what did it.
But Holiday key on the floor with some defense.
Yeah, he played good defense.
He made whether it was.
He stepped up, made big shots and shit.
Yeah, he made.
He said one point he had.
And he poised
4 or 5 straight game.
Yeah, he made whoever was guard, whether it was CP3 or Booker, he made them work on both his.
Yeah.
But you know what?
That was just a silent assassin.
I was a big advocate of Chris Paul going to the Bucks.
You was.
It would have been way much better. Because he's a better, 16 years in the league.
I mean, they better like, damn, that could have been me over there.
And I kept saying, if he go there and play with Giannis, he will have that whole team right.
They wanted him to. That's
Because he'll get Giannis in the spots.
Yeah.
He'll get to what he in the post and all that. He's shooting on him. We'll go better. We're going to go down there.
Holiday was like a secondary choice.
Yeah.
They wanted CP3 first.
They would have got CP3. He would have been holding up that trophy.
Yeah, but now, CP3.
Well,
no, he wouldn't. I'm glad he didn't go there. I'm glad CP3 didn't go there. Mess up Giannis' legacy.
That man hates it.
All right, so I got another question for y'all, man, because we're gonna transition just a little bit
to the Olympics.
You damn Skippy. Like
Team USA, get y'all balling. Kevin Durant out there making y'all lose and shit.
All right,
man. No team. You
can't
lead the Olympic team.
We don't go by. Hold on. When he said that we don't go by. See, me and Ooch, we came up with a phrase. We don't go by petty no more. We go by Aquarius petty, which is way worse.
Once I'm petty with you, this was life. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what's so funny? When the USA team lost both those games, I was definitely thinking about Ooch. I was like, Ooch is finna say something about.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for this moment. Man, they lost 2 games in a row, winning dream team history hasn't been happening besides that 0-4 team. Then people was like, LeBron lost. Man, LeBron was like 18 years old. They had Richard Jefferson playing.
All right. So let me ask you guys this question.
And that man was the leader of the team. They went out there and got drugged.
Let me ask you.
They're not gonna win to go.
Let me ask you guys this question because it's.
Come on, man, it's over.
Let me ask you guys this question because it's the biggest beef I have with the Olympics right now. Is that the players that's playing, and I have an even bigger problem. I have an even bigger problem with the NBA refs because now you're getting the international Olympic play. All that flopping and all the other bullshit is no longer in play because I see every time somebody blowing these guys now from the games that I've seen that they lost. They expecting the referee to blow a call, and they're not getting that star treatment. So, do you think the NBA referees is hindering us and allowing the world to come back by being so star favorite towards the NBA players?
I think it's a lot of arrogance on the United States.
Yeah, they pros.
Because they pick players. If you look at this team, it's really not a dream team outside of Dame, Durant, maybe Bradley Beal. Everybody else is kind of like like Robins.
They got JaVale McGee.
And they got JaVale McGee. Man, they had Kevin Love. Come on,
I say this.
Who is that?
They got JaVale McGee
He was
now.
on the team.
Who is that?
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Let's just be real.
And he's international player.
Oh my bad,
Good.
LeBron rules a lot of big man games, but we ain't gonna go down there.
The international players is going to the NBA because
They
look
call
at it.
look at
Most of
Luka.
the guys
Look at
in the NBA,
Jokic. Look at Greek Freak. Come on, man.
40, it's like damn near 50%
the top five
of
players in the
European
league.
players now.
Yeah.
3 of the top 5
A lot of these
players.
guys in the European league start playing at like 14.
Yeah, they be pros at a young age.
So by the time they get over here, I'll be ready.
When Doncic led Slovenia to the Olympics for the first time in like the history of their country or something like that, and he did it like easily.
Yeah.
That's when I was
That's why
like,
he's so confident. He over here dragging our players, man. Like dragging them with all the confidence in the world. And he only like 22 or something.
21.
Come on, man.
But you know, even an Olympic player, you can play a little bit more physical than they do in the NBA.
it's like
Yeah, the
college.
rules
It's
are
like
different.
college. It's like college. It's like professional college basketball.
So do it. Kind of go back to my point when we talking about
They
being
pros.
transcendent players who can play in any
got-
era.
They can adjust. These are professional basketball players, but the thing is, they gonna see real soon that flopping don't work, especially for the guys. Now I don't know why they didn't bring Melo back on the team, because that would be a good presence for that locker
Probably
room.
won't, but,
Carmelo Anthony.
he did it.
I think he would have played.
If they would have took Melo instead of Kevin
I mean, you
Love,
got Kevin Love. I mean, and then they
Yeah,
got that
I
one
like
dude
you.
from the Spurs. I'm like, who the fuck is he?
oh, Kelvin Johnson.
Kelvin Johnson.
Hey,
But think
I've
about
never
it.
heard of him,
Most
bro.
of the players that's in the league, they go back and play for their home team.
Yep.
Let's go back to the point of all these players over there now. A lot of them are international players.
Well, they about to have Devin Booker and what's her name now, so they might
Middleton
still.
and Drew
Yeah,
Holiday.
yeah, so they might still.
So they got,
You got some help coming, bro.
yeah, KD.
You
You
can't rely on your head by yourself.
This dude, control.
Oh, man.
If it would have been a 3-pointer, they fuck all that. It wasn't a 3. They all that if.
But at the end of the day, that's what you call going out swinging. Both teams,
They ain't trying to do that shit.
I know one.
Ron went out swinging.
I know one person who did go out
That man
swinging.
took Jordan Clarkson to the finals. Come on, man. Who named that point guard from like Australia? What's his name?
yeah.
He took all them to the
And they
finals,
faced the way to
bro.
go. They won the favor
Come on,
for
man. You know what I'm talking about, though.
Dellavedova.
Come on, man. Stop. KD, I'm not trying to make no excuses, man. That's because Kyrie done got hurt. He still should have fulfilled that team.
Yeah.
Run did.
I just know one thing.
Bunch of scrubs.
They lost to the better team.
I ain't gonna say they was a bunch of scrubs, but okay.
Man, that team was full of scrubs. We had
Nah.
J.R. Smith and Dellavedova and Kevin Love was hurt. Kyrie was hurt. We had Jordan Clarkson. Fucking, what's that other dude?
Anderson Bergeron.
Anderson Bergeron and the tall dude that was
You talking about in
Jeff
07?
But Durant
Back in
is a-
07?
That team was garbage.
You
with
talking about 07?
LeBron is a pass first guy that still get you 30, 40, 50.
I tell you what, LeBron is done
Two
with
different types of
Space
players.
Jam. So y'all need to call him and beg him to come over here and play.
Now you got to load up. Check him out.
I'm just playing, y'all.
The USA team still
They still gonna win it.
with third tier players pretty much on their team. They still favor to win the gold. That's just how talented we are.
Better not bullshit.
But Steph ain't risking getting hurt. None of the superstars risking getting hurt. Except for the guys
Well,
that
they
ain't
done done it already. They kind of like,
They don't get paid for
Well, let
this.
somebody else get a chance.
They get a check, but it ain't.
You get all kind of endorsements for that.
They get money for it. Because when I played for the USA team, I got money for it. So they get money for it.
They doing that shit for free. These professional players. Boy,
These
you think
professional
they can just do that for the
players,
fuck of it? Hell no.
All
It's
right.
an incentive.
So now, I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with college basketball, but they got the draft. The draft is next week, next Thursday.
That boy
Snuck
from
up out of nowhere.
that boy from Oklahoma State going number 1 overall.
Cunningham,
Yeah,
I like him.
What's the number one? Who got the number 1 pick?
Houston.
Houston. Yeah, that's a good person to build around. They can
What
build
about
around.
What's his position?
Suggs
Suggs gonna be like a first.
is
round.
going to be the first
Early
round
late
take.
first round.
They're saying this is going to be a really good draft because it's nice and deep with some
It's not,
future
a
all
good,
stars.
it's not a good draft. It's an okay draft.
Yeah, it's decent.
The only player really that's a franchise player coming out of this draft is the boy from Oklahoma State.
Cunningham. Okay.
Cunningham. And so, Coach Silas' son, he could build with that kid. That kid is a Joe Johnson kind of Paul Pierce type of player.
Yeah.
That you could build around him.
That's a nice start. If you get that kind of player coming out of college,
you got
and that can produce right away.
That's already the.
Yeah.
I mean, they still gonna be bad, but like he like a 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Johnson.
Cunningham is decent.
Cunningham on 1, 2, 3 at 6'8", 6'9". 1,
All right.
2, 3.
Okay, and then we got that.
Got the fight Saturday too, fool.
Who's fight?
North Philly and Wild fight this weekend.
No,
They pushed it back to October.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah. What's came down with COVID. He came down with COVID, so they pushed it back. Furry.
I
think he's ducking that, man.
I think he is too. I think he on this round figure that knocked out. Damn, man. I'm sitting there thinking I got something to watch Saturday.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it.
Yeah. So now, with that being said, something I've been waiting for since April. This is the start of NFL training camp today.
Start this week.
We got the Cowboys,
Lamar Jackson.
Cowboys and Steelers today. On the 24th, they got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers starting,
Talk about football.
and then everybody
I
else,
gotta go run and get some.
and then everybody else start on the
I got something I
27th.
want to show you. Y'all talk.
All right, yeah, we start on the 27th, man. So I mean,
Give me a second.
what are you guys really looking forward to? You know, with the upcoming football season, because
I got Tampa Bay and Baltimore in the Super Bowl.
Baltimore?
I got the Ravens and Tampa Bay.
Ravens, you just gonna call it already.
Tampa Bay and
I
Baltimore.
won't be surprised if Tampa Bay make it back because honestly, they ain't lost nobody. And Tom Brady, I did not see this dude doing what the hell he doing at this damn age.
He amazing.
I used to go back and forth with one of the guys I know, big Tom Brady fan. And I'm like, if you look at it, like I had to give props to dude. Brady won without Belichick. Because he was a big advocate of Belichick in that system. But Tom Brady, to me, affected that system. You know, because Belichick is a defensive guy. Everybody know that. But Tom Brady, in the offense, he had two coordinators. He perfected what he did. He knew what he needed. He got no pieces. Made it work. When he didn't have the pieces, makes it awesome. They didn't make a playoff.
Yeah.
Elements, things like that. But for him to go to Tampa Bay and do what he did, and we one of the only teams that beat them.
Yeah.
Bears.
There. Now, what I'm looking forward to is to see how Fields, the progress of Fields, our franchise, soon to be franchise quarterback. You see what he's going to do.
It's Fields on start opening day though.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I
That's
said
crazy.
1-6, but if he out there balling and outdoing the two quarterbacks that behind, which is Foles and
Fields.
Red Rocket.
Foles and
No.
Red Rock. He should, but if you want to bring him on slow, I get that too.
Why you get that?
Because a lot of quarterbacks didn't start right away. You know,
But AJ McCarron, the boy from Alabama, looked terrible. Fields been
Tom Brady,
killing.
a lot of guys came along. It took them a couple years to
For
start.
real?
It's just
But some franchises where they so good to the gym, they look forward. They draft this guy. They want to play them day one.
you have
You know, so I think the Bears offense, if the line is good, why not go? But my thing is, I'm stuck with Nagy. Nagy's gonna try to have that boy come out and throw the ball 50 times a game when he don't have to. When he got a nice running back. The running game going there to open up everything else.
You've been preaching that for 4 years.
Run, man. I don't care what nobody says.
You've been preaching that for 4 years.
Yeah,
Well,
try to mix it up.
here's the you
That's
got.
why Rivers never won enough because he's throwing the ball 56.
But you
Big Ben threw the ball out too, though. When he had good running backs, they ain't never won.
And he had that boy from Wisconsin last year in Indiana that was cold. I told y'all he was going to be cold.
for who? Big Ben?
Jordan Taylor from Wisconsin Badgers.
Jonathan Taylor from
Jonathan Taylor.
Indianapolis.
Yeah.
They made that guy hurt. You see what I'm saying?
And he was a beast as a
you
rookie.
still need a solid running game to go along with that passing. To me, I always said, if you had a balanced team, win. But your pass got to be able to get you through in the clutch.
But-
And that's what Tom Brady was saying.
But- and
Aaron
Corey-
Rodgers to a sense.
Hey Corey, when you look at it, I understand what you're saying about the stuff with Nagy, but then your line was banged up, and you had
Don't make no excuse for
you
that.
had terrible
First and
quarterback play.
goal on the goal line, on the 1 yard line, he throw the ball 4 straight times. No. This damn young 1 yard, let's get the hell off the
Hold
field,
on,
man.
is that the only team in the NFL that does that?
But you ain't got he got the personnel to do it. Like,
But I'm saying, is that the only? Is the only?
Them guys got the personnel to do that. He ain't had it.
But I'm saying, is that the only? I'm saying, is that the only team that would throw the ball 4? Is that the only team that would throw the ball 4 times or so?
Yeah.
All right.
It's all about, boy.
Man, that man's out of real.
Yeah.
Waiting for this moment, boy.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, I got mine like 2 months ago. I ain't taking out the rap. I ain't taking out till the first preseason game.
It's my first time taking it out. I was waiting for this moment, just like it show y'all.
I'll put you like this.
Justin
Now we're
Fields,
gonna see if Nagy a coach or not. Because I've been right now, even when we went 12-4, I'm like, dude, made a lot of dumb decisions.
Who y'all say y'all got in the Super Bowl?
He said,
I said Baltimore.
I'm not gonna pick it yet.
Baltimore, if you learn anything from
They've been on
Giannis
the fence for the last couple
Antetokounmpo,
years.
play your game. Forget all them
Let me say this.
analytics. You run the football.
Well, let me ask you this, because I know you big on
You
this game.
see Giannis one trying to shoot threes and all
What you
that.
think the coach gonna do with David quarterback that came over from Philadelphia?
You talking about who?
What's his name?
Oh,
In Indiana?
He's in Indiana now.
Carson Wentz. is
Carson
their
Wentz.
quarterback.
I think they're gonna be a real quarterback.
I think-
Carson Wentz?
Indianapolis Colts quarterback.
So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're going to be more of that's going to be more of a Jonathan Taylor offense where they're going to run the ball and he's going to be made to do it off of play action because you got some good receivers in T.Y. Hilton. They got another good receiver.
Yeah, on the other side.
Yeah, on the other side. He's
like,
like his second year in second year in the,
I think
in the
he
league.
was
You know they also in the same division.
Western Michigan.
The Tennessee Titans, and they just got Julio Jones.
Right.
So you think they're gonna be a threat?
But here's the thing.
There's only 2 teams in that division.
But here's
Julio, the Kawhi Leonard of
here's
football
the thing.
with no ring.
Here's the thing.
He always hurt.
Frank Wright is I think he's a really good quarterbacks coach, and he's almost, I want to say he's almost in the same realm of Sean Payton because he had Jacoby Brissett playing really good before he got hurt, and then Phillip Rivers came, and Phillip Rivers was functional. They was in that playoff hunt, and he wasn't throwing as many terrible interceptions and so on because he customized. He has a certain offensive system, kind of like the old Buffalo, because he came from Buffalo as a player. It's got that old Buffalo Bill system from the early '90s that he's got
He gave Kansas
implemented.
City everything they wanted to see
And I'm
in the
thinking,
playoffs.
and I'm thinking what people not really looking at is that defense reminds me of 06 Chicago Bears, man. They run a lot of cover 2. They run a lot of cover 2. They keep everybody in front of them, and they're formidable.
We was better than people past the 50. That's a different type of month. They was compared to like Baltimore Ravens.
Nah,
Our
here's the thing.
defense won us game.
No, I'm saying cover 2 in terms of they're not giving up the big play.
I mean, that cover 2 is easy to pick apart. You got the right quarterback. So it's kind of hard to say that. But I think they got a solid team. I think they come out the AFC West. South. But let's get to the NFC North. Rodgers coming back tonight. Even if he do, I think our division gets got weak. Because we don't know what the West is. Lions is they the Lions.
Yeah.
Minnesota can mess around with our division. They can mess around and beat us. We don't know what's going to happen.
Here's the thing. I think we have one of the stronger conferences.
I don't know about that.
Hold on. Anytime when we had Mitch, and this is an indictment against Mitch himself. When the Green Bay players say we want to make Mitch play quarterback, that's telling us we ain't got no damn quarterback. We got a bunch of athletes. Justin Fields actually plays quarterback with Mitchell with not only the same athleticism as Mitch, but it's better. The man, think about it, the man ran a 4.40 and he stumbled at the blocks. He could have ran 4.3. Maybe 4.2.
Let me ask you this.
And he's throwing it 65 yards on the dime.
Even though we had Mitch, man, Douglas quarterback, Robson still was able to get 100 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Now, the Fields, his numbers may go up, may drop, may be the same, close to.
His numbers is gonna go. His numbers are gonna. His numbers are gonna go down. Like, this is me personally talking. I think Allen Robinson is probably going to be the second lead receiver on this team. Mooney is going to get a lot of the big plays because Mooney is like a 4-2 guy.
But what about Tariq Cohen? He coming back.
Tariq Cohen is going to be like he's
He's
going to be like a utility piece, but you can put him in the slot. He's going to be that third down back. But I'm going to tell you another player that I'm going to tell you where we're going to make a lot of our bread and butter. That's going to open it up for Mooney and Robinson. Cole Kmet been training with some heavy dogs in tight end U this past summer.
But we still got the other tight end.
Jimmy Graham, and we still got Jimmy Graham. So now,
He's had way more touchdowns.
so here's the thing. Now, if I'm Matt Nagy, I'm finna go back and start looking at. I want to say 2011, 2012 Patriots when they had Hernandez and Gronk. They had like a three tight end monster that, and all of them could run like receivers. And because you got that with Jimmy Graham and Cole Kmet, and that's going to open up them seams down the middle. You're going to get mismatches because you're either going to have a safety of those guys or a linebacker.
Well, what about the running back? Because I think Nagy will try to take them out of the equation.
Well, I think
he can get out in the flex, he has the ball and block, but I still will have to see him and the ball up to him so it can help open up the offense.
Well, I think we got some more true running backs because you got Tariq Cohen who's coming back, which I know how you feel. He's the best East and West runner in the league, but the two sleeper guys at the running back position, Damian Williams, who came over from KC, who could have won Super Bowl MVP instead of Mick Holmes.
Yeah, he was good.
No, he came on. He sat out last season because of COVID protocol. That's one part of it, and then there's a back they just drafted named Khalil Herbert. That's a 4.38 guy, nothing but speed. And who's more of a true running back than Cordell Patterson is? I think you got more versatility.
He's going to be trying to turn to Andy Reid because that's what
I think
everything is speed, throw the ball 60 times a fucking game. I'm just not sold on that. You got to mix that shit up.
But
that's why the Patriots was not the Patriots. That's why Tom Brady and the Bucs was able to beat them. Because nobody saw that. I did see Tom Brady defense doing what they did. Yeah. They shut them boys down.
But you know what else? You said is he going to be like Andy Reid? If you get the speed and the receivers like Andy Reid do now, and you get that on your team,
but the playoffs,
that's not so much of a bad thing.
The playoffs is a different monster though. To me, Kansas City was catching a lot of big leads. So all that now just they keep going.
Yeah, and we don't got number 15 on our team.
Exactly.
We don't got Mahomes. We don't got the best player.
I think
when they got a lot of speed,
you got Lamar Jackson.
I think number one.
Put a hat on them. That slows a lot.
I think number one can be a top 10 quarterback. Maybe not right away, but you give him about year 2, year 3. I think he can do that.
To me, I'm just looking at the bad season as let me see the progress. I ain't saying they're in the playoffs. They're not gonna make the playoffs.
How many wins do you think the Bears win out of the 18? Is it 17 or 18 games?
17.
17. What's the record?
Let you guys go.
I don't know. I don't know that. I used to do my predictions.
They won 8 last year. They was 8-8 and made 8-8 made the playoffs.
Back to back.
So you're gonna wait. What about you, Luch?
What's the Bears record?
They got 17 games now.
They got an extra game this
Not
season.
too soon for me to even make a prediction.
They got a tough schedule. Let's go say that.
For that team, yeah.
They got the third toughest schedule in the league.
To me, last year they good defense.
Well, if they was 8-8 last year,
kept us in a lot of games.
So
I'm gonna say 10-7.
Here's the teams that got the top 3 toughest schedules: Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Chicago.
Well, Baltimore the best out of all 3. So, they got the best player. But I'll say the Bears. I'm gonna say 10-7. If 8-8 made the playoffs last year, I give them 2 more games.
You know what?
I say Fields to get them 10.
You know what? As of right now, because I'm going by Fields' the skill set. If you ever checked out the YouTube video they got a YouTube video of how Justin Fields will fit in Matt Nagy's system. Check it out, and also be sure to click and subscribe on our page.
What is it called? Something don't lie.
No, it's not. It's not that it's somebody
Numbers don't lie.
independent. It's somebody completely independent. But you take that in. How does Justin Fields fit Matt Nagy's system? They're going to show a lot of the same plays that Mitch and Justin Fields ran, and you're going to see how much better Justin Fields will make us look in the passing game and in terms of football IQ.
But we know Mitch wasn't out of the pass. He was running.
And with that being said, I'm gonna say 10-7.
But see, this is the thing, and I always jump on that and say.
But I don't think Fields gonna hit the field until probably week 4, week 5.
I said 4-6, but we always would say, I would always say that we go 10-6, and I go all based on the 10 they play. And it's October and bomb. October the niggas bomb. So I would like to see, you know, the defense can be the whole team's up, and our offense can actually finish off the game.
And bitch, y'all bomb.
Is Giannis one championship? You said this earlier, y'all want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Is Giannis one championship better than Kevin Durant's 2?
Hell yeah.
That's all right.
Why?
Easy.
You want me to answer that?
Come on now.
Well, I listened to hear what you said. I heard what you said. I want to hear what oops.
No, they didn't hear what I said because you weren't on.
And I said they didn't hear what we said. None of the listeners said. But I want to hear what oops and
All right, I'm gonna give you a quick reading rundown.
And CL.
One, Giannis did the hard way. He stayed with the team. He didn't jump ship and go join the team that beat him the year before when they was up 3-1.
Hold on, what?
No, but go ahead. Because I know it's coming.
LeBron ain't do it. But anyway,
No, hold on. You said jump ship. I mean, the minute you do that.
man, he didn't go to the team that he was up 3-1 against.
But now you being specific. If you jump with
Right,
another
that's
top
the
player,
point.
then you just as guilty.
Nah, you ain't. You don't go
Shit,
to.
yeah, you are.
If I'm a foe and he a vice lord and my game kick his ass, and instead of him coming back harder to get us, he joined me. That's worse.
Can I ask you a question?
Instead of him going to another game that ain't really kicked on.
Can
him.
I
You
ask
see
you?
what I'm saying? It's
Hold on.
worse.
Can I ask you a hypothetical then? To spin off what he just asked.
Come on, man.
Can I ask you? Hold on. Because Brooklyn didn't win it, and you said okay, LeBron didn't do it. He went to Miami, who didn't win it. If KD and them win a championship next year,
Still some whole shit. Because he did the same
but
thing.
then you got to say LeBron did some whole shit.
He can't win about
Now I'm
it.
saying,
Anyway,
I know he ain't going to admit it, but you see where I'm going. If
the man lost.
KD win it in Brooklyn next year,
He didn't even make it to the
is
championship.
it the same thing that LeBron did when he went to
He
Miami?
got to make it to the championship first, bro. He got cut out by the
Brooklyn ain't been there,
He didn't make it.
ain't been far.
He didn't make it.
I'll put
These
it
Bron made it to the finals to lose. He didn't even make it. And he made it with fucking Jordan Clarkson and Jeff Green, bro.
But
Bro didn't make it. But anyway,
KD 2 rings.
2 rings, worthless. That's the reason why he's so insecure now. That's why he searching, trying to validate himself. That's why he get into it with random strangers on Twitter, because he know people really don't honor that fucking ring. They gonna honor it for Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, but him, they don't honor him in Golden State, bro. That's why he departed the way he did. That's why Draymond Green called him a bitch.
Okay.
And Giannis stayed with the fucking Bucks, dude.
Right.
Milwaukee. Who the fuck wants to go to Milwaukee?
And not many people.
What free agent is going to sign with that team?
Chris Paul
They
gone
built it
next
from
year.
the ground up.
I don't know why
He
that
grounded it out, and he won that shit just like the old-fashioned players that y'all claim y'all love. He won it like how they won it, right?
Yeah.
You think it's going back
His
to
one
that way?
ring is way better than the two. Kevin
Right.
Durant probably don't even wear them.
So,
He probably gave that shit to
I want to hear your take on this one.
Think about it. I guarantee you he don't give a fuck about them two
You think
titles.
that
in
was
Golden State.
arguing, but me personally, I think Giannis one ring the way he won it. Yeah, because a lot of people say, well, Durant didn't get hurt, not Durant. James Harden and Kawhi
If
didn't get hurt. They would have probably beat them. I looked at it like this: when they got hurt, it kind of even out in a sense because one thing Brooklyn did.
Now he got to be the leader
One thing
he's supposed to be. Now he can't rely on him.
Brooklyn missed a lot of shots. I
He came up
get it. But at the same time, they went mano a mano. We know they both are going for 50 and 40 against each other. So to me, that was watching that series alone. That second round was like watching a heavyweight fight.
Heavyweight fight. Ali Frazier.
It wasn't no motherfucker getting jumped on. And people keep saying Littleton and what's name made Littleton and Holiday make them a victory. No, they don't. Because Littleton and the Holiday pretty much consistent.
They're not
Giannis
superstars
was
anyway.
consistent the whole thing.
They good solid players. They not on the level of Kyrie
And James Harden.
You know, like we're talking about a guy that won MVP, another guy that won MVP and a Finals MVP twice, and then you got Kyrie won.
Well, Giannis won 2 MVPs.
He won an NBA.
And he won Defensive Player of the Year. Not too many people have done that. By the way, y'all better get that man his motherfucking credit though.
How many
people has done that besides Michael Jordan?
Come on, man.
Stop disrespecting that man.
Black. You want to reiterate what you said?
No, I said that the way Giannis went through the fire and got his ring, I said it's better than what KD did. Because KD even though KD went to Golden State and became the best player on the team because Steph allowed that to happen, it was still Steph's team, but he still just had to do his part.
Right.
Like if he ever got in trouble, you can kick it to a guy who can shoot from 30 on your left side.
Right.
You can kick it to a guy on your right side who can shoot from 30. Giannis had to just go with what he had. You know what I mean? So just off that alone with Giannis, and then what he did last night, when nobody was stepping up on him, nobody was scoring, nobody wasn't doing nothing, he said, you know what? We not going home. I'm finna get
they was already home.
I mean, we not finna go back to Phoenix. I'm finna get y'all 50, and I'm finna close it out. And when he did that,
even if they would have lost, he went out squeezing.
like he did that, like that right there to me separated them 2 rings. And I know people
ain't even close.
People try to
All right.
KD, but
I'm gonna sum it up right now.
That's why I said.
but I don't feel his 1 ring outdoes what LeBron did, but I do think it outdoes what KD did.
All right, I'm glad you said that because I agree. Giannis 1 ring
Because LeBron lost
outweighs Giannis's, but me personally also believe
LeBron scored 8 points.
it outweighs LeBron's shit too.
I would agree with that one. That one I
came
don't
back from
agree
a 3-1 lead against the best team of all time.
With some shenanigans. Hold on. You tease. Hold on.
Nobody trying to hear that ill shit.
Hold on, Cass. Hold on.
Against a 73-win team and won
Hey.
it in their house.
You know, Cass trying to keep my conspiracy brother Jones shit on the low right now, but he
Draymond Green.
it was some,
much of a factor.
it was some, hold on.
It
It was some shenanigans. It was some, hold on. It was some BS going on. It was some BS going on.
He's a solid player.
He's a what's the word I'm looking for?
I'm talking about
Control your
that,
fucking attitude, then you won't get texted from that. That wasn't the first time that happened. The man been doing this shit his whole
Yeah, but
life.
that year,
So shut your ass up, stop running your mouth in the finals and play your game. He deserved to get his ass ejected and his team lost. But I don't blame him. That's just 1 game. They came back from 3-1, bro. That's just 1 game.
All right, so hold on, because we got lag. There's things when you call momentum.
that was momentum.
And that was momentum shifting.
Bro, they was at home.
That was momentum shifting. And the fact that it happened 24 hours, he got kicked out 24 hours before the next game.
I don't agree.
Y'all know.
I don't agree.
In that particular finals, LeBron led every statistical category.
Yeah.
He did.
That ain't never
No,
happened in
I
finals history.
don't
bro.
agree that I don't agree that Giannis ring is better than any of
No
LeBron's
way,
rings.
especially not that
But
Cleveland
I
ring.
definitely feel
That Cleveland ring outweighs all of
the
them.
debate we having right now about the LeBron and Golden State Finals. That's a totally different debate.
Yeah,
I can
that's
debate
not
that.
even fair. Like,
I'm gonna debate that. I'm gonna say if Draymond don't get ejected, LeBron will need to win that ring. But to stick to the narrative of Giannis ring, 1 ring do outweigh the 2 KD won. But I can't say
even KD will say it.
I can't say it outweighs the
Hey, guess
4
what?
LeBron won.
That's why we got the podcast. Like we
why
we
I
all
love
get
you
along.
right now.
Hold on, ladies. Take notice. We all got different opinions, and we disagree. And we all friends and shit. We ain't finna go inside dogging each other out and shit like that. We can agree to disagree.
Detective homies.
That's why we got the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
This boy crazy, man.
Matter of fact, hold on. Let's talk about that shit.
Ain't nobody thinking that detective homies.
Hold on. Let's talk.
This boy silly.
Oh man, J-Mo has officially won the day.
See, yeah, where you at?
I'll put you like this. Giannis won it the way we used to see it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't seen in a long time. To me personally, I understand why the free agency guys started doing the championship thing with whatever because the players came a little bit more control of where they can go.
The players got more empowered because of LeBron.
You know, so I got that.
LeBron did thanking him.
But Giannis went out there like, man, I'm staying here. Now, he can decide to say after my contract, I want to go.
Right. I didn't want y'all ring now.
But Milwaukee won't get ass.
He ain't even reached his prime yet.
He's only 26.
Yeah, he ain't even reached his
Scary,
prime. He's 24.
Like 26.
He's 26? Oh, I thought he was 24.
Still, he ain't even in his prime.
Let's see what players would like to come play with him.
I think the floodgates gonna open because they got a good chance to repeat
Not only
next year.
that, not only that. Teams like OKC, small market team, we don't watch them build teams up throughout the years, and so they best players.
Who want to play with Gilchrist, Alex Gilchrist? Anybody want to play with Shea?
I just thought about another person that might fit with Milwaukee next year.
Who?
He got
And it's debatable. It's debatable.
From USC. Cal Lowry over the in Toronto.
What is his name?
Wait.
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all know he going to the Lakers, bro.
You want everybody to go.
I swear to God, y'all ain't heard about that.
I heard about Lonzo Ball going to.
They say Lonzo. They trying to get Lonzo Ball, and they get.
So they're trying to get Lonzo Ball back.
Kyle Kuzma and.
I wouldn't go if I was Lonzo.
No, Kyle Kuzma and Draymond Harold from the Clippers.
Harold, yeah.
For DeMar
To
DeRozan.
San Antonio for
They
DeMar
have that
DeRozan.
on first take. Swear to God.
That's not
It's
going to
just a
happen.
matter of them pulling the trigger.
That's not going to happen.
They done with Kuzma.
One of the
Bro.
roads, I don't want to go play with Giannis.
Right.
They need a super.
He can't shoot though, bro.
Who? Kuzma?
DeRozan.
DeRozan got a mid-range.
He
Yeah.
mid-range.
Nasty
You
mid-range.
know, I don't think he that player for
You
them.
don't bring him over there to
Yeah.
come and squall on points like that.
I don't think he that player for
Wait
them.
on
Come off the bench.
No,
like
they got what's his
Ginobili.
name coming back next year. They
He
gonna
ain't
need
the
him
same
out of
player.
Rosen, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Bring them on the
What's his name? Dementia.
Yeah, but he'll start it.
That's what I'm saying. So they really don't need him out of
Nah, they
Rosen.
bring DeMar DeRozan off the bench, come in with PJ Tucker.
Man, you think DeMar DeRozan?
PJ Tucker out there getting
Yeah,
zero
who
points.
you know? Who ain't nobody?
He ain't finna take no bench.
DeMar DeRozan ain't AI.
That
Right.
man is not finna come there to come up on
He
the
trying to
bench.
get that
Come on
ring.
now.
You got to bring his ass over there.
What NBA players you know that's really humble like that? Besides the ones Milwaukee got.
Oh, no. About that.
You know, like, man, come on.
Pop, you know what?
See when
Pop,
I went to what's his name? He was like, you gonna bring it up against me? I was like, you got me fucked up.
But they brought him that he started.
Kicked his ass out the league. Okay.
All right,
Cool.
so
You
here's
see
the-
Carmelo, he had to literally get
Yeah.
exiled out the league to
Yeah.
finally say, okay, I'll come over there.
Right.
Remember at first he was like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Right.
He had to really get blackballed and had to come back begging, okay, I do it. I do it.
So let me
They not trying to come off no bench, bro. You been
let me say this because we say this because
Carmelo. Milwaukee.
we say this because we
That'd be nice.
we gotta go ahead and wrap up the show, man. So, but before we wrap up the show, we gotta have CL's Goofy Mod.
Sierra Goofy Mob of the Week.
I ain't thinking about it.
I know you should be your Goofy Mob too.
Oh, look, here it comes.
I got a few people.
I don't know who I really should give it.
Who'd you give it to,
He
Lad?
had a good game, though, man.
Who'd you give it to, Lad?
I'm not gonna go in.
Look,
I know.
he went out swinging, bro. He had a good game.
But if anybody should get it, should be tough. 8 for 22. The boys put the clamps on. And everybody called him, the next month, this, that, the third. I'm like, man, Booker.
I thought you were going to say DeAndre Ayton because that boy was scared yesterday. Boy.
Y'all took his whole soul.
Put his confidence in his back pocket.
At the same time, either one of the team been in that position.
They young,
So,
8-22.
So I really can't give him a Booker ball. I want to give it to Booker, but I can't because he putting up 40. Then
He's still a kid, man.
And you know where to go medal this summer. And he always forgetting. He can say, I lost the finals, but I want to go medal.
So,
But he was like,
And they got a chance if they keep that team intact. With a more experienced DeAndre Ayton, add maybe another.
DeAndre Ayton's got himself $100
the
million.
blueprint is there for
That's
them.
what I'm saying. Now he's gonna come back even more. They got a chance, bro.
They got
They got a chance.
we don't know what Utah gonna do. Like they,
Exactly.
You know, like
Portland pretty much
gonna
gonna be done. Damian Lillard, Preston Train.
Golden State to the finals next year.
Nah, you drunk.
We're
No,
gonna see some more.
I'm gonna have to pass up on the Goofy Mod of the day for sports wise.
I got one. Let me take it for you.
Go.
The U.S. Olympic Committee. Now you thought I was gonna say Dream Team.
But a lot of guys back out, though.
With that
They say
Shikari, what's her name?
Oh, girl that they said was smoking.
Yeah, that was the way they
suspended her.
handled that was some bullshit.
Can I
Yes,
add
she
on?
broke the rules. Yes, I understand she has to
But
pay for her mistakes.
They didn't
but
get the same
come
energy
on,
that they
man.
have with that
Exactly.
swimmer. With
Michael
that swimmer,
Phelps.
Michael
He
Phelps.
got it worse. He got like 6 months.
You lucky Marvin left.
And they took a lot.
He had a lot to say
I ain't
about
gonna lie,
this.
they did take a lot of his endorsements and shit too.
Yeah,
but
he got it real.
come on, man, they didn't have to do that.
Can I add on to that?
Go ahead, bro.
Because I got one sports related, I got one non-sports related.
Come on with it.
I'm gonna say the NBA referees.
You still
Ooh,
want
they
these refs?
They determined this shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Now, and Olympic play, we getting exposed because these motherfuckers, you know, they ain't used to playing basketball on an even plane. You know, when you a star.
You think European players? Let's say they caught up with her.
Nah, I can't say
Get
that.
better, dog.
I can't go that far.
3 of the
Luka
top players in
Doncic.
the league.
I can't say that.
Jokic,
Giannis,
I can't say that. I
Luka's
can't
top
go
5
that
players in
far.
the league.
Luka, Jokic, and Giannis, bro.
I said the NBA
And they all
referees.
young as fuck.
Because you cater so much to the stars over here, you kind of weaken this.
But they
That's
killing
me.
But they killing for their national team, bro.
Now I got another. Hold on. Now I got a non.
MVP.
I got a non-sports related goofy mob.
Who? Or what?
Ah man. See, make sure
I got a feeling
he ain't even in the window shot. But Jimmy's Place.
Who?
Jimmy's
That's
Place.
not our beef. Yeah, it's
Not our beef, but it's the premise
Nah,
behind the
I'm
stuff. See, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, if other business, if hey, don't come after a black-owned business just because of the people that runs the shit.
Black Lives
Work
Matter.
on your
I don't
shit,
know what y'all talking about, but just about what you said, yeah, I agree.
man. Work on your shit. Stay in your lane and worry about your livelihood. Don't meddle in and get people
Get on
involved
my
and
business.
pull a race card on a political stance, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
That's some whole shit. Fab
Okay,
said
I
it.
got one more goofy.
It's a lot of people that do
I'm
that.
sorry.
They try to down somebody else to
I'm
make
petty.
themselves feel good.
I'm finna say it too.
Go ahead.
I got one more goofy mob.
Yeah, I said it.
Need a boo, you get the goofy mob. Because you came to Chicago for 2 weeks, didn't see the brothers, we didn't hear from you. And then you try to blame it on us. I hope you're watching. But so you gotta redeem yourself in Dallas.
I would like
You
to
get
talk about
You get goofy mob too,
you
Neil.
saying though, yourself.
Love you though. See you
Speaking of
next
Dallas, we in Dallas next week. Our next show, you're going to see us next week in Dallas.
week. And Need a boo will be on the show.
She might be there.
Hopefully.
Who said if she ain't tied up with Tyrone, she might be on the show. If she ain't
You
wrapped
don't
up,
owe me.
I'm about to go to a family.
Well, what have you done for me lately?
if she ain't wrapped up with Milton, we'd be okay. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. But we'll be in Dallas next podcast show next week.
next
We ain't
week.
decided if it was gonna be Thursday or Friday yet.
We in the deep.
You know what I'm saying? Speaking of that, what you guys looking forward to, man? What's the expectations?
Man, I'm looking for that Southern hospitality. I'm coming out. I am Zeke.
Zeke the freak.
I am Zeke the Greek freak.
Hey man, I'm just looking forward to having a good time. It's my first time going. You know, CL didn't try to get me to go before.
Dallas gonna be
I've never been to
fun.
Dallas before. I'm just happy.
I've been there before.
And I'm looking forward to this basketball game.
Every time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hungover time.
5 minutes. I'm gonna give you 5 good minutes and I'm done. 5 good minutes.
I'm gonna be the black Jerry Maguire. I'm gonna be LeVar Who's agent down there.
Buckets.
Show me the money. Shoot them.
Not off though.
Well, I plead the fifth.
Watch them.
Probably is. But I've been training low key. I got my ball in the
Man,
trunk.
that long night of drinking, you gonna get up that morning like, man,
I think I might have a little bit worse to you because I'm playing in the basketball and the football.
Yeah, I'm done. I ain't fucking.
Yeah, no.
I'll be out there cheering you on.
And FYI, I don't think these guys.
The females playing? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. FYI, I don't think the fellas ever seen me throw in person before.
I'm gonna be.
So it's going. So I gotta be on my
Dude
shit.
name from the Raiders. Oh, dude name the black quarterback.
Russell.
Yeah, you gonna be out there looking like what's his name?
You might be right.
Marcus Russell. What's his name?
Jamarcus Russell. You might
You
be
gonna be out there
right.
looking like Marcus Russell.
Like on Jamie Foxx, when he was juking Jamie or something like that.
Or you might be out there looking like
Steven Beeman. I'm be out there. That's exactly what we'll be out there looking like. But hey, that's another time. We'll see come Sunday
Y'all
morning.
next week in the D.
But we'll see y'all next week at the D. Hey, we're gonna take a month off. Then we coming back in September, man, to kick off our new season.
Season 3, baby.
You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, catch you guys on the other side.